hiking trip.
It was supposed to be a normal weekend. Just me and 4 friends, Jake, Lily, Mark, and Sarah. We'd been planning this hiking trip for months, somewhere remote, miles from the nearest town. No cell service, no distractions, just nature, laughs, and some beers at night. We packed up Friday evening and left after work. The drive was long, through winding roads and thick forest. The sun was setting when we arrived at the trailhead. The air smelled of pine and damp soil, and everything felt peaceful. We joked about being alone in the wilderness, teased each other about ghost stories. I didn't notice it at first, but something about the forest felt heavy, like the air had weight. I shook it off. Maybe it was just the anticipation of the weekend. The first few hours were normal. We hiked, took photos, laughed at Mark's terrible attempts at cartography, and joked about who would fall into a river first. Then we reached a small clearing near a creek. We decided to stop for snacks and water. That's when I noticed it. A figure, standing between the trees, just at the edge of the clearing, tall, thin, unmoving. "Guys, is someone there?" I asked. Jake laughed. "Probably some hunter or a deer." "Stop freaking out." But the others didn't see it. Only me. It stood there, perfectly still, as if it was watching. I blinked, and it vanished. I told myself I was imagining things. The forest plays tricks on your eyes, I thought. Night fell, and we set up camp near the creek, a fire, tents, beers. We sat around telling stories, trying to shake off the unease. That night, I woke to a whisper. "You shouldn't be here." It was faint, barely audible over the crackle of the fire. I froze. My friends were asleep in the tents, their snores steady. I looked around. Nothing. Just the forest. The next morning, I mentioned nothing. I didn't want to freak anyone out. But things were off. Lily's backpack had moved overnight. Mark swore he left his jacket in the tent, but it was hanging from a tree branch. Sarah laughed it off, saying maybe a raccoon took it. But none of us had heard rustling. We continued hiking. The trail twisted strangely. Places we passed earlier seemed different. Trees looked older, twisted differently. The creek forked in a way it hadn't before. "Guys, I swear we passed this tree before," I said, pointing to a twisted oak. "No, we didn't," Jake replied. "You're just seeing things." But we had. I knew it. Something about the forest was wrong. That night, while setting up camp in another clearing, the whispers returned. Louder this time. "You can't leave. You can't leave." I nudged Mark. "Do you hear that?" He shook his head. "Hear what?" The whispering intensified. Shadows moved at the edges of the campfire light. Every branch seemed to twist unnaturally. Then Sarah screamed. We ran to her tent. She was sitting up, eyes wide, staring into the darkness. It's there," she whispered. "What's there?" Lily asked. The shadows near the tree line shifted. A shape emerged. Tall, impossibly thin, limbs bent at angles they shouldn't. Its face, I couldn't see. It was a void. Black, featureless, but I felt its gaze. It was looking right at us. Mark grabbed a flashlight. The beam trembled in his hands. The figure vanished. We huddled together trying to rationalize it. Maybe another hiker, maybe a deer, but the feeling didn't leave. The forest was watching. The next day, our path started looping. Trails we thought we'd passed earlier led back to the same spots. The creek split in impossible ways. Our compass spun wildly. Our GPS failed. "It's like the forest doesn't want us to leave," Lily said. Her voice shook. I nodded silently. I felt it too. Something was moving with us, something patient, waiting for a moment to strike. That night, near another clearing, it made itself known. The fire flickered and went out. Total darkness. Then whispers, sharp and urgent. "Alone, alone, alone." We screamed, scrambling for matches. Shadows stretched across the trees unnaturally. A branch snapped behind us. Something moved faster than it should have, but we couldn't see it. Jake tried to calm us. It's fine, just animals, just the wind. But we knew better. Sarah disappeared first. One moment she was behind the fire, laughing at Mark's jokes. The next, nothing. Her tent was empty. Her shoes remained by the entrance. We called her name, but only echoes returned. Then Lily noticed something carved into the dirt near the fire. 3 scratches, jagged, fresh. They weren't claw marks from an animal. Too deep, deliberate. "It's taking her," Lily whispered. We ran into the forest, shouting for Sarah. The trees seemed to close in, branches snagging clothes, tripping us. I could hear whispering now from all around us, voices overlapping. "You can't leave. You belong here." We reached a small hill and looked back. Something was standing at the edge of the clearing, the same tall, thin figure. Its head tilted. It grinned, though it had no face to smile with. Its eyes, voids, locked on us. Mark pointed a flashlight. The beam didn't hit it. It was there, watching, but untouchable. We ran until exhaustion. Then, suddenly, Lily screamed again. We turned. Her eyes were blank. Her mouth moved, but no sound came out. She took a step toward the entity. I grabbed her arm. Hard. She screamed again, and the voice that came out wasn't hers. "Give yourself to me," Mark shouted, pulling both of us back. We ran blindly, branches whipping our faces. Hours later, we stumbled onto a road. The sun was rising. We didn't stop until a car drove by. We flagged it down, hysterical, screaming about the forest. The driver didn't see the shadows. The driver didn't see the figure. When the police came, we told them what happened. They didn't believe us. They said the forest is vast, isolated. People get lost. People hallucinate. We never went back. But the thing followed us. I hear it at night, shadows twisting in corners of my apartment, whispering from behind closed doors. It waits, patient, watching, always watching. And sometimes, when I wake, I see the faint outline of something thin and tall in the corner, tilting its head, grinning. Sarah is still gone. Lily, she's different. Her eyes sometimes black out at night. Jake refuses to talk about what he saw. And I know, it's not done with us. It never leaves. It waits for the next trip, the next friend. It waits for us to return. And one day, it will come.